The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clanarchy for the dope production. Ring gang stay with the best discussions. Ring gang radio.
At the same time, we had another fight on Showtime. You know, a PBC card on Showtime for that matter.
Oh wow! PBC on Showtime? I forgot Showtime boxing existed.
Damn, hold on. You mean it was HBO that retired, not Showtime?
I couldn't tell the difference.
It was straight trash.
Well, maybe we can stop getting less Espinoza rants now. Maybe they got to fight. Ooh, they got to fight. Now they can fucking stop ranting and raving on Twitter.
Yeah, they actually got a PBC fight that they made that they put a good card together on purpose. Like they literally was like, "Yo, come here, we gonna do something nice." Niggas pulled up their sleeves in the office. Was like, "Yeah, guys." Picked out a big ass playing deck of cards with all the PBC boxer names on it. You know that shit's got like 80 cards.
Yeah.
Then they had took out a few names, threw them in a hat, shook that bitch around, and they said, "You know what? We got ourselves a good fight." So, okay. I heard them ring game guys ain't gonna talk shit this time.
That's how I really envision the matchmaking too.
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I swear that's what it is. Like, and when they say no, fuck it. You want to know how they determine the inactivity? Nigga, they got like a big ass wheel where you spin. And it's like on the wheel, you got 2 months, 3 months, 18 months. Keith Thurman.
That's the boxing wheel of misfortune.
Yeah. The PBC boxing wheel of misfortune and inactivity. So, one swing, you get 18 months. So, some people only gonna fight one time out that year. Like, I heard Leo Santa Cruz hit the 18-month part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary Russell always fucked that shit up. See, consecutive 12 months every year.
Oh, and once in a while, one of them slips through the cracks and gets away from the misfortune. Oh, I'd like to buy a vowel.
Oh man! Name a mobile boxer at 154. What is lateral? No, that's too long. It's Laura. It's Oh damn! Fuck. That's gonna be 2 dislikes on the YouTube video. Damn it!
Oh man, yo.
Nobody's gonna be like those bastards.
Oh man, but we had a decent card on Showtime, PBC on Showtime, but not the heavyweight fight. And
the heavyweight fight did not exist.
Yeah, that shit was garbage.
That shit was a snoozer. I'm snoring in the background. That shit was. I'm just talking about it. It's making me sleepy.
It low key damn near almost killed the buzz built up for the day. Like.
Yeah, because originally it was supposed to be Efe Ajaba, but unfortunately he hurt his back, and Efe would have probably ended that shit early, and it would have been like, yeah, knockout, yeah, to get the crowd all hyped up into the.
It's because we needed an American version of Chisora Price.
Oh God, please don't.
No, dude, that fight was entertaining, bro. Don't get me wrong.
For all the wrong reasons.
Look, the ending was trash. Like it was anticlimactic. It just happened, like the Joker movie. It just ended. But fucking I would take that fight over watching that
bullshit we seen on PBC with them heavyweights.
Agreed.
Yeah, you know, it went on and on. And I was like, God damn it! Like, looking for me, I was drinking my Henny White at the time. I was just disgusted.
Oh,
you know,
like, that was the perfect opportunity for it, though.
Yeah.
Well, I've been of course I was going to drink it. And that's just like the Henny White. The Henny White makes everything go right, so I had to drink it.
I don't even think that could have made the fight go right.
Nah, you could have been drinking Henny White, Henny Green. Could have had Larry Merchant performing stand-up one-liners throughout the whole fight. by the 8th round, you would have been like, "Damn, yeah, this ain't working." Like,
yeah, it was for a minute. Like, if it went 12 rounds, I probably would have been having to like walk around my living room a little bit just to make sure I didn't get too comfortable on my couch or anything like that and go to sleep.
oh man, so whoever it was on those fights, I'm not even gonna repeat y'all name. Y'all like a Harry Potter villain right now. Like, name the one that shall not be named. Like, you ain't getting no buzz on Ring Gang. Them bullshit ass fight. So. Next.
I don't even remember their names because I fell asleep during the fight, legitimately. So
yes, if you making niggas fall asleep, then we ain't supposed to talk about your fight.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I watched
enough championship performances like a Miguel Vasquez or Corey Spinks for to even get the respect.
Yeah, and I watch repeated 12 rounds of Wara fights. So if your fight is making me fall asleep, then you know it's you.
Yeah. So, we had a great fight with Granados and Robert Easter Jr.
Okay, now we're talking.
Fucking
yeah. I mean, my thoughts on that particular fight. Easter is not going to last too long at 140. There's something about Easter, like he has.
That's the best he's looked in years.
Not wrong. I think he actually looks a lot stronger at 140.
Yes. And he had more confidence in his offense. Like, he was literally like throwing bombs, especially the first 4 rounds.
Granados is just a bad. I mean, I'm not gonna put too much. Like, I'm not gonna poo-poo him too much because
it's a bad year for Granados.
But Granados makes, like, for most people, Granados makes things a tough fight. So, like,
except for Robert Easter and Danny Garcia, he made them look the best they looked in years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was DLC pack for them.
Yeah, but the thing that I thought Granados was tagging Easter way too much in that fight.
He did, but he had to literally get into the fight after getting his ass whooped for like 4 rounds.
Like there were rounds, at least like 3 or 4 rounds when the niggas were just rocking, socking robots.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, Easter shouldn't be doing this.
Easter got hit too much.
Yeah, and but I'm Easter
still felt he won though.
Yeah, so did I.
I think I had him winning by like it was closer than the judge.
It was like 6-4, really, like 6 rounds to 4.
Like I think I had him winning by like a point because like I saw that fucking that who put it like 99 to 91, and even I'm like, that's a bullshit call.
That was sad because you can see Granados was hurt by that shit. Like I think he had tears in his eyes or something. I ain't like to see that. That was kind of fucked up.
But I mean,
but he lost.
You can say what you want to say, Pat, but Easter beat Granados easier than Broner did.
Facts. And landed way better. I know he didn't get hurt, but I'm saying he's still, because it's not like Broner got hurt early. Like, Broner didn't get hurt until like I think the 4th round. By the 4th round, Robert Easter was putting up numbers on dude.
Oh, like they both put up. They both combined for like 1,200 like punches by like the 8th round, some shit like that. Like they were throwing, But one thing that I just took away is like Granados, like I said, has a really good chin. Except the Danny Garcia, obviously, the performance not really.
He got hit too clean. Like a guy like Granados takes flush punches too much. Like he doesn't Like his defense to me almost seemed like it got worse. Like I don't remember him getting hit like this. Like
he
made Robert Easter look damn good.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking now Granados is probably on the slide. I don't know. Maybe it's just even the
he threw all them damn punches, slide my ass. He just went against a dude who kind of knew how to attack him.
Yeah, but I mean, but this thing is, I mean, I didn't think Easter really hurt Granados at all. Like, not really.
He was rocking him, like he buzzed him. I think he hurt him, but he never really hurt him to like on some. I could get you out of the fight hurt. Like it was on some good. Like he was rocking him. The way he was punching was the way I wanted Stevenson to be unloading.
Yeah.
Because Easter was teeing off. Like I was like, damn, like them right hands. He should have fought Mikey Garcia like that. It makes me really think that Easter was draining himself at 135.
You think? You know what I'm saying? The nigga's like 5'11". He's a 5'11", 6 foot lightweight.
To me, the last year
he was draining himself. Even he said he was cutting into muscle going to 135.
Like he should have moved up after the Shafikov fight.
Yeah, I mean, he probably
that was his last solid performance. Like I'm talking about as far as effort wise, because he looked with Fortuna.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I actually thought he lost that fight.
Yeah, a lot of people thought Shafikov won that.
It was a close fight though, but the thing is, it's like he hit a Shafikov a bunch of times too. Like I can understand it being an either way type of fight. Like it was a good fight, like both landing hands. I felt like Robert Easter landed the better shots though.
Yeah, but I think Easter was having a whole bunch of close fights. Like I thought he lost to Kame. I thought he lost to Fortuna. You know, he was having a whole bunch
the Fortuna fight, I could kind of get at him for that, but Shafikov and Kame are good, solid fighters. Like, remember, Robert Easter was going through a stretch of fighting good fighters, though.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. You know.
No, he was fighting good competition.
He was fighting good fucking solid contenders. He was fighting top 5 people. Like, this is the thing, man. It's like, which one is it? Like, we want guys to fight tough fights, and then when they get into fights where it's tough consistently, and their type of close could go either way fights, we penalize niggas.
But the thing is, with the exception of there was only like in that stretch. There's only like one fight I actually really thought he lost. He won. That was like the Cruz fight. I think that was the only one that I actually thought like
the gimme
really
fight.
Yeah, the gimme fight. Yeah, but Shafikov fight I thought he lost. Fortuna I thought he lost. Mikey Garcia he sure as hell lost. The Bartholomew fight doesn't need any more mention. That was the
Coleman fight. You thought he lost that too?
No, I thought he beat Coleman. I thought he definitely did. The Bartholomew fight, we won't even, like I said, we erase that from our memory, please.
Yeah, I think I did fall asleep during that fight a little bit.
That's the thing, though. So when you look at performance-wise and effort-wise, throwing punches, hard punches, body punches, doubling up, you haven't seen this type of offense from Robert Easter since the Shafikov and Kame fights.
Well, really, I mean, the Kame.
When you seen Robert Easter try this hard to win a fight since then? This is honestly the best he's looked. Like Pat just be fucking like he's like a evil college professor or some shit that like just if he don't see you turn into a prime Roberto Duran or something, he's like nah, not good enough.
He wasn't quite good enough. He was getting so many gifts in my favor. I couldn't rock with like some of these close wins that he was getting.
I feel you, but top competition.
I mean, like I said, like for someone like
the same thing. Well, I know it's not for you, but the same niggas. If you out here bitching about Robert Easter fucking getting close fights with the top competition, Canelo made a career off of that shit. The fucking Comes and Shafikovs of Canelo's division, he had the same type of fucking fights with him with the Easter had.
Yeah, and I still got him about that too. There's no.
That's why I said this wasn't really for you, but the people who out there who probably listening to this on some. I mean, well, yeah, Robert Easter trash. He lost this fight. I thought he lost this. Nigga, when you fight in the top competition. That happens sometimes. The only difference is Robert Easter is not a cash cow. No one's looking for him to be, the big nigga of the sport. They look at Canelo like that, so he gets a pass. We kind of say, well, he fought, Trout was undefeated. Trout was this, Laura, nobody wanted him. It keeps going until he's still a top guy with no defining big dominant win. And I felt like Robert Easter kind of got that, like, today. Like, he turned his career around. Like, he needed to. Shit. So I'm just not trying to be too hard on the man. Like, yeah, he got hit too much. I didn't like how he made the fight too close with, being on the inside and mid-range. Because even his trainer was like, yo, don't fight, like, box. Like,
yeah, and even then, like, just seeing that forward, I wouldn't give Easter too much of a shot against any of the 140 champions, right now. I mean, Taylor or Ramirez, or even like, hell, even like maybe even Prograis or whatever. Like, I still wouldn't give him too much of a chance. Just based on that.
I give him a chance. He's in those fights. He still got a chin. He punching hard. Still got quick hands. He could box a bit. Those are good fights. Like, I'm not picking him to beat all those dudes, but he could be competitive with a Relic and fucking Baron Check, and those are good fights. Like, I don't think Taylor's gonna be at 140 for too long.
Yeah, no, of course not.
I think it depends on the matchups for Easter. I can see him doing really well at 140, depending on who he's matched up with.
Exactly. A 5'11", 140 guy with, power and fucking...
Yeah, he himself is going to be a matchup, like, problem for a lot of the guys at 140.
Yeah.
He's much bigger than that.
Especially if he fights with the passion he fought in the damn Granados fight. Because remember, like, you got to get through... If he fights the first 4 rounds, like, you got to get through them 4 rounds.
Right. I don't know. I'm probably gonna hold my criticism until he faces someone else besides Granados. It looks like because
there's no Orlando Salido in the division, so I mean.
Ruining.
No, but it's a Robert Easter, I feel like he could do something. Granados, on the other hand.
Yeah, Granados is on his way down.
He's declining.
But I feel like Robert Easter kind of helped him decline. If Robert Easter had another bullshit performance, we wouldn't be seeing all this decline shit with Granados.
No, I mean, Granados, coming into this fight, I would, even really, if I'm going to be really real, like, I'm no bullshit, I felt going into the Garcia fight, into the Swift fight, Granados was already showing signs of being shop-worn.
I didn't like how he looked in the Fortuna fight, but I was just like, let me see, because I know Fortuna has decent attributes and shit where he could be a problem for certain styles. When he got to the Swift fight, I still gave him a chance because I felt ain't like Swift was looking hot in that fight. See, PBC knows how to match certain people or the losers together and bank on the bigger loser losing. And that's how they recycle these fights. So if you really weren't really looking at Granados, you're not gonna really think, he's declining because he's in all these fucking fights.
Problem is, we actually look at these fights, like, so, like, you could tell, like, if you were, I don't see how people didn't think that he was shop-worn. Like, he does not look as good as he looked a couple of years ago. Like, even like a year and a half ago. Like,
and the reason why is because he keeps weight jumping. He goes back and forth between 140 and 147. He does this, because he takes a lot. Because he's used to taking fights like on last minute deals, right there. And you do that, and I truly believe that sped up the process of it. And especially like the Dana Garcia one. I mean, pretty much you guys asked for 7 rounds. Yeah. But one-sidedly too. So it's just like, going to the front of Easter, like, he's slowing down, and he's even acknowledged himself in that interview. Like, you could tell, like, he was just like, he didn't know, and then like LB was saying, like, he probably has read all the comments about him, like, I think he's just resolved himself that he's gonna be a jobber. Like PBC's gonna put him in the ghost role, going forward. And that's kind of sad because that dude never got too many breaks. I mean, other than the Imam fight, he never got any breaks in the sport. Like there are victories that he should have gotten.
That ended up being the height of his career, really.
Yeah,
it's been downhill since. If we're being really real.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's put in good performances, but he just never got the love on the cards or the judges to say, okay, yeah, because I mean, imagine if he did get the victories against Broner, which I thought, or even a Porter, something like that.
Well, I mean, he wasn't supposed to, unfortunately, because he was supposed to go the way of like he was basically kind of like that Maidana role of like supposed to be the guy that really gives these guys tough fights, but he's not supposed to win them.
Yeah, but this is the thing, like Maidana at least had enough. He had the talent and the power to where he would win some of these fights that he's not supposed to win, which would kind of keep him as a threat, a dark horse for all the top guys. Granados hasn't been able to show that he could clearly win one of these fights. He keeps going neck and neck with these niggas. Maidana was legit, the Victor K.
Yes,
he's beating people on his level.
Yeah, no, you're right. But with Granados, what helped him was why I said he always got the benefit of the doubt. He always did good enough to where people felt like he was a good enough spoiler to where a lot of those fights you just said, like most people think he actually won a lot of those fights that he lost. So that kept him afloat.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Almost winning and some people thinking you winning and actually winning or getting a KO is a whole different, he doesn't have those Victor Ortiz performances or the Victor Cayo performances or the Josito Lopez performances. Like he's missing those knockouts. He just, the only thing he has like Maidana is those the Amir Khan type of fights where you making somebody go through hell but you still losing a close one.
Facts.
And he need more of those other performances to kind of even shit out. So right now it's like he on the slide. Like it's not like he's getting robbed. Like the difference is like Herrera was legit getting robbed. Like his fights with Danny Garcia and his fight with fucking the Benavidez.
That was actually, I mean, that was more of a robbery than the Swift fight, but I digress.
I agree with you. I agree on that shit. Those were fights that Herrera, like legit, like you could say, like, damn, he really won them shits. Whereas Granados, the people who not really Broner fans are gonna say Granados won. I don't count on fights like that. They can't. The fans, the stands can't be the deciding factor for close fights like that.
You're right. But I mean, no, because there were a lot of people that legitimately thought that Granados beat Broner, and not only Broner haters. Like,
no, you're right on that. That was because the fight was close. Like it was one of those either or. But I'm not one of these, Pats where they, Granados was putting his foot in Broner ass and this, that.
He was. He sure was.
Oh, God. That's like, No, he wasn't.
Oh, you know what, P? It's the same. Then after that, he saw Kell Brook pitch the worst ass whooping ever on Sean Porter. You saw them on the same night because you the only two that make these fights, these one-sided big ass whoopings, when I just saw rough ass damn fights.
Yeah,
that were close and competitive.
That too. All I know is that one person that Porter Kell Brook, one person was bleeding, the other person wasn't, and got outboxed. So, I mean, I saw one.
Yeah, wanted to box my fucking TV after that boring ass, sorry ass fight. The one that Pat loves deer, like.
And then, like I said, Granados put his foot in Broner's ass. There's no question about that. Broner,
Maidana did. Pacquiao did. Yeah, I ain't
Granados,
seen nobody else really put their foot in Broner's ass. Like, you might outbox Broner and get some extra hits. And like Mikey Garcia, he didn't put his foot in Broner's ass. He beat him.
If you want to say he out hustled Broner, that's one thing. But that's not putting your foot in his ass. Like,
like you gotta rock a dude. You gotta have him shook. Like, you know what I mean?
We talking about Bruno was plenty shook. Like the motherfucker was like, you know, I mean, I saw that fight. That
But Granados, see, this is the thing. Granados, what hurts Granados is his defense. He catches too much incoming fire. Like, as good as Brown as he'll have, he'll still catch 2 or 3 good clean shots that you'll remember when you fucking score in the fight. Like, yeah, that was a good hustle round from Granados. Yeah. Then you remember, oh yeah, he ate that.
His head went into Pez dispenser mode.
Yeah, rock'em sock'em robots with the left hook. So it's like, goddamn, like you can't fucking out hustle a dude and still let him land, 2 or 3 bombs in that same round, and think you're gonna get the benefit of the doubt every round. Clean up your fucking defense. Yeah, it's sad. I hate to get jobbed like that sometimes, but you're not really winning all these fights like that. You're just making the fight closer fucking enough, man.
Yeah, like I said, basically right now, I mean, I wouldn't say he's a spoiler now, but he's getting into that run. I mean, like I said, he's had plenty of. I mean, the Centron fight, I thought he won that fight, but he said it was a draw. Fucking Felix Diaz fight. I mean, Diaz won that fight. I'm not gonna say there was no robbery there. The fucking Brad Solomon fight. I remember I thought he beat Solomon, but got robbed there a little bit. It was just like, yeah. I mean,
he do get some bad decisions, but it's like not everyone is like that.
I mean, he has gotten the short end of the stick. You can't deny that.
No, you can't deny that. You can't. But not every fucking fight. Like the Porter fight, like. What happened there?
And that's what I'm saying. That's the magic, the magic of Granados, of why he's getting these fights, because we have these fights of he makes them close when he's really supposed to be the B side and not even supposed to be really all that, like not supposed to be neck and neck with him. So it's like that. Like spoilers always get more love than they should. It's always been that way.
And that's the thing. Granados not even really he doesn't even fight like a spoiler. He just makes spoiler decisions. Damn, like he's not like a what's his name? This one guy. I don't even want to say his name because I start getting bad fucking
Say it.
I start getting bad memories of split decisions. He was the king of them.
Say it. I think we know who you're talking about. Say it.
Akti. 7. I know I'm fucking up his name.
No, I had a feeling you were going in that direction.
The king of the split decisions. Never won a split decision he ain't like. When they argued. Well, oh man, but as far as seeing, I think Easter could cause some problems. He could, I don't know if he'll win a title, but who knows? But he's already a former champion. He's had a pretty solid career so far, and 140 is the part 2 of it. And I like to see how it play out. He matched up well with some dudes. Granados, he got to stay at 140. 147, no. And 140,
yeah, 147 is a no. It's a no.
If he goes to 147 again. And he faces another puncher, it'll probably expedite his exit to the sport or exit to Jobberville.
I mean, I was gonna say he's already on decline as is. I think going to 147 and facing a big puncher will just make
that. 2 fades back to back. Like he made 2 people look good. No, look the best they've looked in years in 1 year. That's not supposed to happen. So, but I know this is PBC. So Granados is going to fight Omar Figueroa in his next fight. I mean, I'm on a roll with these predictions, so fuck it. So we call it that. Like I just draw a fucking picture. We get the fight next year. You know what I mean? And I put a punchline in a song with a boxer, and now he doing wrestling. So fuck it. We just all out now. So I'm calling it now. Figueroa and Granados next year on PBC Fox.
Oh man, it's that's gonna be something, But it was an incredibly entertaining fight though, nonetheless.
Yeah.
The other fight,
short end fight of the year, short end, like a fringe contender for fight of the year, like when you start getting to the later numbers.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good scrap, but I wouldn't call it a fight of the year or anything. It was a very
no. I'm talking about like if you had to name like top 15 best like entertaining fights of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Easter Granados would be on like number 14, 15, like.
Yeah. Well, 15. Yeah. I mean, that could work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like the Regan Dial fight we had earlier this year. Like, it's the level of that fight, like, which was a damn good fight. But you got a knockout in that, so that probably makes it. But it was a bitch ass knockout. So
yeah.
So yeah, but it's that. And honestly, the Granados fight, yeah, that damn, both of those fights were good. Fuck it, they shortlist for me, nigga. Fuck that. Pat gotta be all perfect and shit.
This nigga.
Pat a fight of the year for most people is like, okay, I gotta see 2 knockdowns, ebb and flow. The final decision is probably like 2 rounds off, whatever, but a great fight. Pat be needing 6 knockdowns. A nigga gotta come from the ceiling. Motherfucking, you gotta have the bat signal in the sky.
So basically, it has to be Bo Holyfield too.
That, and it gotta be Larry Holmes gotta drop kick somebody on the lead up to the fight. Morales and Barrera gotta throw hands at a presser. Like, Pat won all the experiences of all of that shit in one night for 36 minutes.
Yep.
Greedy ass nigga.
Yeah, I got like that. I mean, because usually the best fights of the year are of that nature.
Touche. But I just like to appreciate some of the mid-Carter level, fights we get that are damn good. Maybe I'm feeling sentimental in my old age when PBC start putting good cards together. Youngins. Back in my day, PBC would put on an excellent undercard to the main event. We've had Cleverly and Fonfara. I forgot. What was the main event? Lubin, right?
Yeah.
And Gallimore,
Yeah, and Nathaniel Gallimore. Erickson Lubin versus Nathaniel Gallimore. Now, originally it was supposed to be Terrell Gashaw, but Gashaw suffered an injury, which
Thank
I was like,
fucking God. I just want to say that. Thank fucking God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was not really interested in seeing a Gashaw fight. I seen him versus Laura. I seen him versus Trout, and that.
Yeah, they weren't good fights like that. Like, the Trout fight was a little more entertaining, but.
Yeah,
a fight being more entertaining than a Lara fight.
Yeah, I'm so thankful he wasn't there last night, that he wasn't fighting last night. Like Lubin said, thank God he got pregnant.
Damn, PBC again with the damn accidental mistake matchmaking, the Jamal and Korobov.
Yeah.
Niggas say, hold on, let me download the Make Your Card Better DLC pack. Opponent change, last minute injury, like, oh shit. New challenger come up on the screen.
Yeah, and Gallimore, at least I was a fan of it because Gallimore, although I do think he's kind of limited, Gallimore can punch. So I was like, okay, at least
that's what Lubin needed.
Yeah,
and Lubin needed that. And he hit Lubin a couple good times too.
Yeah. And
he got his ass whooped for the most part. He talks shit too.
Yeah, but I was disappointed in Galloway's performance. Although I understand that he was like the last minute, but it just seemed like it was from like the opening bell. He was overmatched. He wasn't on Lubin's level. You know, but that's what I was going to say. I was like, yeah,
I mean, we knew that going into the fight. Like,
skill wise, yeah, but he had powers. He had tools to put him in the fight. That's what made it interesting. It's not our fault he ain't used them shits.
Yeah.
Because every time he didn't have the defensive reaction time for a lot of the shit Lubin was throwing at him. Lubin was piecing his ass up, and instead of trying to move his head or react to it, he just kind of would get hit, and he would just get more excited, like a SNK beat 'em up boss where they start changing colors. Like, nigga, you're not winning. Like, you just, you losing.
And then they proceed to talk more shit. Like,
yeah, I'm like, dude, it's a fight. Stop running your fucking mouth.
Yeah, and that's what I felt like. It was just a lot more like the pre-fight stuff was more, I don't think it's the way they were drawing at each other, because as you guys were talking offline, Haitian and Jamaican, they fight, so okay, they about to do something, and yeah,
Now let me tell you, no Jamaican wants to lose to a Haitian in anything.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Especially a fucking fight, bro. I didn't see this multiple times. So I know that shit was ether to that nigga's soul.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah. Whenever you get Rude Boy versus Soul Boy, you know you're in for some shit.
Yeah, man. There was no weapons involved, so he couldn't stab Lubin. So, I mean, fuck that. Y'all niggas know what time it is, goddamn it. Y'all niggas know shit.
What's he gonna tell the man when he comes back?
Get the fucking peas. That's what he's gonna tell him. Get the fucking peas. Cause he got lit up last night, and he needed to do some, like, move his head. He honestly, it was better if Gallimore would have just went balls to the wall and just pressured Lubin. That one time where he knocked him into the corner with an overhand right. He needed to take more chances. Like he wasn't doing that. Like, he was just letting Lubin just operate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, Gallimore really had some power. I was like,
the force.
But yeah, no, he never got himself back in position to do that again. It was just like he was just letting Lubin just piece him up, like, regularly. So.
Yeah, nigga borrowed the Power Stone from Pat, used it once and gave it right back. God
damn, what a waste of the Power Stone.
I know, he's like, well, I knocked him into the turnbuckle. Like, maybe that's enough. All right, Pat, here you go. Like, nah, bro. The nigga loaned it to you. You could have used it for the whole fight. I mean, damn. I mean, couldn't give you the soul and make you 6'4", nigga. Oh man, but I thought Lubin looked solid. Like, that's probably the best opponent, danger wise, because we talked about him needing these type of fights before he went for a title, because these niggas is getting titles without fighting any threats.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not denying what you're saying. What you're saying is true, but to be fair, it was not Lubin's fault that the WBC placed him on that high so early. That's on them.
True, but he didn't have to take the fight.
But
you gotta know.
He didn't have to, but let's be real. This is real talk. Let's be real. You gonna turn down that fight? No, I don't think so. That would be a stupid to turn that shit down.
And I ain't gonna lie, I got at Sergio Mora for turning down the Jermaine Taylor fight.
Yes, that was stupid.
Yeah. It's worse on Mora's part, because at least Mora was a legit contender and he fought the type of fighters that could prepare him for Jermaine Taylor. That's what make it stupid.
Right.
I feel like Lubin was in a different situation. Like, you could say he hit the lottery and he maybe had the talent to say, fuck it, I'll take the chance. But Jermell Charlo was still a tall order for him.
Right.
This ain't Vargas Trinidad where, you're like, well, this nigga beat Corte, he beat Marquez, he beat Winky. Shit, fuck it. What's a Trinidad? You ain't had that. He beat TBA, Career Mode, Glass Joe. All right, Jermell Charlo. And nah, it don't work that way. Like, where was the fucking Rosados and all those types of names and shit, like the Trouts and all of them. Like,
I'm sure there was a wait line for both of them.
oh yeah, they like PBC be working there. Oh man. And ladies and gentlemen, fresh off his seminar, you got PJ in the building.
Hey.
Oh, hello. The fight architect has arrived.
Yes, sir.
PJ crept in from the back door.
Yep. I don't bother going through the front door. I came through the vents.
Oh no, so hold on. PBC added another controller. You got your memory card, my nigga. Hey PJ, where you at?
Right here. In
Yes, sir.
undisclosed location, Canada, just finished the first Ring Gang Radio seminar.
Hey.
Rebuild your fight game.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna get a coupon out to Lattimore so you can attend the next one. But we need to rebuild that defense. But
Yeah,
nah,
that
I mean,
one got tackled
everything, like, dude, like, it's different if you can't fight, like, you don't have the firepower and you're outmatched. But if you got the firepower, you know, damn it, do something.
Right?
But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, no, but I mean, what can you do? I mean, like I said, hopefully he does actually get like a camp. I mean, well, like I said, he was a replacement opponent, so it wasn't like, you know.
And Lubin was overweight too, ain't it? Like he had to give up some of the money.
Well, because it was an IBF eliminator. So what happened is, because you know IBF they have to weigh twice. So he made
Yeah,
the first.
that's what it was.
Time, but he didn't stay within like the 10 pounds or whatever. He was like 6 pounds over that. So he got hard for that.
He did look big. Like Lubin looked solid. Like he could be like middleweight. He just looked short.
Yeah, easy.
I seen him in person, like, and this before the damn. I seen him at the
I have to.
the Mickey Bay fight and the Barthélemy fight. He was there and he looked big then. Like,
Yeah, no. I saw him. I met him I took a picture with him when I went to the Barclays in 2016 for the Thurman Porter fight, and he was there, and he looked pretty big.
nigga, that's the same year I seen his ass.
Yeah. So.
So we saw the same big version of Lubin.
Yep.
Once he said 2016, I'm like, hold on. That was the Hard Rock. That was Money Team. Yeah, because Tank was on the undercard. Yeah, so yeah, we seen the same big ass Lubin, but I'm glad he came back though and had a solid performance. You know, he looked good.
Yeah, he did. So I mean, hopefully that. I mean, now I would say, I mean, I don't know where he goes from there. I mean, obviously, should he like try another top contender or?
Yes, another top contender. Gallimore ain't enough. It's a good start. He need a couple more. Like, you want to fight for the title the right way.
Right.
I mean, I agree, but I actually think he's kind of ready. But I would say one more person. Don't skip an extra step. But I think
he
if
could have finished fucking Gallimore, I would have said he was ready.
Mm-hmm.
For the amount of times he landed, like, and he kind of stayed in the same gear as Stevenson. But the thing is, his offense was still more consistent, and the shots were heavier. So it's like, okay, and he didn't move as much as Stevenson did. So, you know, you enjoyed the little fight. Like, you know, I didn't get bored or anything, but you know, you fighting a threat, so you might not want to step it up. And you know, he's been knocked out before, so I don't want to be too hard on judging him.
Right.
That's why I said, you know, let him fight another top contender. You know, if he gets a chance for a title, like someone, you know, gives him, you know, it might be fool's gold, but fuck it, you know, he might be ready, like P said, you know. But he gotta believe it though, shit.
Facts.
But who could he fight next? I'm trying to think. If
Hey, look, fight Goucher.
Oh gosh, let's not.
Yeah, don't put that energy in the air. So what the hell's wrong with you?
If he knocks him out or beats his ass, well, who y'all want him to fight?
Not Goucher.
Okay, besides.
fucking, I don't know, like a Liam Smith type. I don't know.
Alright, just not cliche, you know.
Like a
We don't put
Liam
we don't
Smith.
put that energy out in the air. I mean, just not fucking cliche. That's all. Just stop mentioning that goddamn name.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like we already have the hard line no of a character, but now we're struggling to figure out who could be next. We really do need the random creator for Fight Night.
I was gonna say, like, give him fucking give him damn like a Liam Smith next or somebody like that.
Yeah, I mean, Liam Smith, he faces pretty much everybody.
Or a Michael Sorrow, or I don't know. Is he the champ though? No, Michael Sorrow's not the champ. He's high up on the list though, high up on the ranking.
Right, you know that or fight, one Matosa, who's
Damn it, give him Jesse Vargas, god damn it.
Great, just to throw anybody out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell, they could even be Kell Brooks' opponent, something.
Yeah, no, it's settled. Give him Jesse Vargas, god damn it.
You just want to see Jesse Vargas get beat up again.
Kinda.
Yeah, I don't know. Jesse Vargas is. I mean, he's doing pretty well. Well, he's getting hands punted, but he's actually winning.
But I mean, even Jesse Vargas would be a step up for Lubin at this point. Fuck it.
Bro, but this is the thing. You want the type of opponents to grow him. Like, I don't think Jesse Vargas, like name wise.
What about a Liam Smith?
That's a better fight because he's a little more durable. I think he hits harder than a Jesse Vargas. He's a bigger guy. That's a better matchup. Even a Brandon Adams.
Yeah.
Because you want him with durable guys who gonna damn test him. Because remember, Lubin was damn knocking everybody out early and shit. Like,
fuck it, give this nigga Michael Sorrow. Like, Michael Sorrow.
Hold on. We want him to fight for a title or we want him to lose?
Okay.
But you know what? Fuck it. P's right. Get that nigga Michael Sorrow. Whoever win, get a title shot.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or like we were talking about, if you get Trout, he takes a number, he waits in the DMV like everybody else. If he's lucky, he'll get him in time.
Yeah. I mean, he'd still be the best opponent damn Lubin face. So hey.
Yeah, PBC needs to holler at Ring Gang. We'll fucking do matchmaking for these niggas. Like,
and you looking right.
My concern is like with the guys we blacklist, at least temporarily.
Oh man, they got about like 80 damn PBC fighters. You know the card deck we was talking about. Them shits is gonna be like Nintendo cartridges niggas keep under the couch and shit. Like, yo, pull out that Trout, nigga. Like, oh, okay, I got a Trout.
Let me blow the dust off real quick.
yeah.
Oh, the dust off. Oh yeah, that you got the old, you got prime Trout.
Oh, I haven't played this one in a long time.
Oh, this 154 is this the Kodo pack. Hold on, you might get an upset over here, folks.
We may have to restart the console a couple times. All I see is just lines on the TV. Just give me a sec.
Man, oh man, like, but I mean, it was a solid card from PBC finally.
Better than what they've been giving
in
us.
A while. Better
than what they've been giving Showtime. Let me specify that.
Yeah, because most of the time we've been straight up ignoring some of the Showtime offer.
Now Espinoza can stop going on Twitter and crying because PBC left Showtime. They're giving Fox all the good fights. We made PBC on Showtime. Right?
Make another PBC.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, y'all could put on some more trash ass fights.
I mean, like, they have a shitload of a roster, so it's not like it's hard for them. Like, build them up if you want. Like, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of fighters.
Y'all already spoiled these dudes. Get part-time ass boxers, bunch of fucking damn premier Corey Sanders champions. And R.I.P. Corey Sanders. I'm just saying, like, you know, we just naming, you know, part-time boxers. Cause you know, I ain't trying to. I don't want nobody from South Africa be like, "Oh no, that man died a hero," and which is true. So I don't want, you know, don't look at it like that. I'm just saying, you know. And even then, Corey Sanders made them damn part-time bouts count. Shit.
Right.
At PBC, you always get two guys who coming off a loss, or an injury, or a layoff, or a robbery.
I don't know why, but when you said fucking, I don't know why I was thinking of the other Corey Sanders when you said Corey Sanders. Yeah.
Not the one fighting Tyson in exhibition matches and still get rocked and dropped and shit. Nah. The one with the bad eye. I'm talking about the 6'4" nigga with the fast head southpaw. Pat, you always be talking about you got quick hands. You got them Corey Sanders quick hands.
All the way from Gauteng.
So I'll just keep them low.
I don't know if my hands are like his, you know. I mean, those are professional hands. I mean, I can serve regular niggas with my hands. So.
He's like, man, those are prime golfing hands, nigga.
Yeah.
Like these are like computer engineer hands.
Like, them IT hands.
IT hands. Well, you know, I'll throw a few people in the wall, but come on.
Yeah. I'll give these tech workers the fade though.
Yeah.
That's how he manages his underlings. He shows Harvard what's up.
Ring Gang video game. Pat gonna be the big nigga.
Like a big dude from Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage.
Yeah,
Pat gonna be tackling everybody. He gonna be like, well, I do IT. Like, why I can't be a robot or some shit? Nah, nigga. Typecast.
Oh man.
Like PJ would be like the cool robot that boxes and shit. Like, nah, that's more his lane. Like, he get that. You
Megalobox.
Yeah, Megalobox. Man. Let's get into it now.
Yes, the final fight of the weekend, and by far the fight of the weekend for sure, and the fight of the year candidate. You know, Regis Prograis. You know, Regis Prograis versus Josh Taylor, not only for the WBA and the IBF super lightweight titles,
but the Ring Gang radio belt.
Yeah,
at 140.
Exactly.
It's more valuable than the Walmart belt.
Yeah,
exactly.
And all these GameStop belts, y'all niggas awarding people. You got the yellow M&M belt.
The GameStop Euro Continental belt.
Oh man.
Yeah,
wait till we start franchising.
Yeah, these
franchise GameStop belt.
If you're willing to put enough money, you too can buy your own GameStop belt.
The diamond studded GameStop
Pass it
belt.
out.
All right, man. I'm sorry, but let Pat set this off, man.
Yeah,
We take a sip.